Hello, I'm Steven, the calculator guy, and I needed to do an update on the float capital delta neutral strategy because I was wrong. Terribly and horrifically wrong, which is totally my fault. I need to do more research. Luckily, some people pointed it out to me, and so I can correct my mistake today, but I apologize greatly for getting that wrong. So, what was I wrong about? I was wrong about the 2 ohm, assuming it was an exact 2x short. 2 ohm is not an exact 2x short. When the exposure is 100%, then it is an exact 2x short. At anything less than 100%, it is only that percent of a 2x short. So right now, it is less than a 1x short. It is at 37.65% exposure. So what I've done is I've gone back and I fixed the delta neutral calculator so that you can actually look at your delta neutral strategy and see what to do. So, if you go to the delta neutral calculator, which I will link, then you will notice it is a lot smaller. I took out the long positions because you really don't need them, at least the long for 2 ohms, because they don't apply to the delta neutral strategy. So what you'll notice now is that the short exposure is something that you will manually enter, and you'll get that over here, right? So if you click back to markets, and you click the view details, you'll get this, right? And this will show you that apparently, that's right. Go to ohm 2x, then click view details, then you'll see the exposure. So you'll just copy that 37.65% over here, 37.65%, and it'll tell you what amount of short 2 ohm is required to have a delta neutral strategy. Now you'll notice this is more than the full value of your tokens. It's kind of a bummer, but that will give you full exposure, full coverage to downward price mobility. And you can see that in the projection calculator. So if we look into the future, right, actually let's just look at it right now. So if you did that, and the price tanked to $600, then you would make no rebases if it did it immediately, but your short value would shoot up to $17,280. However, the total value of your assets would be unchanged, even though the value of your tokens would have dropped by $4,000. But let's look into the future, right? Let's look at Christmas time. So if the value of ohm went down to $600 and negative 40% by Christmas, and the exposure was still 37%, then you would have a profit. You would actually have $27,193. However, if you just held, so if you invested that initial $23,000 instead of the $10,000, $23,000 into ohm, you would have been able to buy 23 ohm instead of the initial 10. And by December, at a value of $600, you would actually have less money, less initial investment. You would have $23,078. So here, in this particular case, you are actually making money with this strategy, even though the short is rather expensive. So the basics of what I got wrong was I assumed that the 2 short was a pegged 2x short. I did not know that the exposure meant how exposed the 2 short was to 2x short. 100% exposure means it's exactly a 1-for-1 ratio with the 2x short, and any exposure less than that is a percentage of that exposure that it warrants. So I've fixed the calculator to reflect that. Sorry it took me so long to do this. I greatly apologize, but you'll have access to this calculator. Hopefully you can make more informed decisions. And if I make any other mistakes in the future, I will do my best to fix them. I'm going to delete that video so that no one has wrong information. I'm not deleting it because I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed about it, but I'm not deleting it to cover my tracks. I'm deleting it because I don't want anyone to have false information. So that's that. Once again, I am sorry, but I'll throw up the calculator. I'm probably going to throw a Twitter link because YouTube links don't work very well. For some reason, it throws you to a publish calculator, and that won't let you copy it. It'll just let you look at it, which isn't very helpful. So that's what I'll do. And thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful weekend. for those who are watching on today. If you're watching in the future, well, have a great week or day. Bye.